Hey guys, so this is an update on my CD collection, which you guys know I don't do as often as vinyls, as I don't really buy CDs unless it's the only option or this vinyl's just too hard to find. So right here we have one of my favorite releases of last year, the Minnesota metalcore group Falling of Scissors. This is their, I think technically second EP. It's the one that got really big. They haven't dropped the full album yet, but I'm sure if they do, it'll be great. So wait, I got this because there wasn't a vinyl copy available, but I will go for this later today. I have the vinyl copy. It's a different cover. I wanted to get the one with the original cover, but it's sold out. It sold out incredibly quickly, in like less than a minute. Um, it's like OB it comes with. I really wanted the Dippin' Dots color because I really like Dippin' Dots ice cream. But yeah, this is one of my favorite releases of last year. It actually released in January, and they kind of are known for mixing like genres like drum and bass, breakcore, stuff like that with metal, like electronic styles. It's a red CD. It's also a CDR, so it doesn't play super well on some stuff, but that's all right. This is like the sheet that has all the lyrics in it. Looks like pretty cool. Um, Probably one of the best EPs to come out in the 2020s, easily. Really cool release. Can't wait for their album. That they did drop this one song that I think might be the that isn't on anything yet. Will probably be on an album or a new EP, and I think it's might be the best song they've done. Anyways, this I regret getting, and I'll tell you why. So first of all, I got this because it was the people that formed Sprain, and I think it's fine, but I got it as soon as I saw they released something, and I kind of don't like it as much as I thought I would. But also, it doesn't play correctly, so it kind of messed up my thing because it's so when I got it, it was basically like this, right? It was out of the tray. This was shattered, and it was like this, and it was closed, so it did some kind of scratch on this, and now it won't play. It almost messed up my CD player, and it sucks, man. So maybe I wouldn't have gotten this if I maybe would have listened to it before getting it. I mean, I think it's fine, but I don't think it's as good as the Sprains, last album. But it's fine. I don't know. Like I said, I regret getting it. That's all right. And by the way, this group, so this isn't Sprain. It's like another project of Sprain. So it's called Motherfucker. I am both Amen and Hallelujah. So, but anyways, all right. Now let's go on to the next one. So this is the mixtape of 100 Acre Risks by Cemetery and Ghost Mountain. This is my favorite Cemetery release. Um, I think it's also better than I think Cemetery and Ghost Mountain. I think Ghost Mountain might be my favorite of the Haunted Mountain people, but I think he works really well with Cemetery because both my favorite releases are the two Cemetery and Ghost Mountain collaboration albums. So this is pretty fun. It kind of features like a horrorcore kind of sound. They definitely have a very distinct sound and kind of aesthetic that no other group is really doing. I think this came out in 2020. It's one of my favorite releases of 2020. Like it a lot, finally. So happy I finally got it. Next up, we have A Funeral in Purgatory, one of my favorite releases of this year by Blind Equation. I pre-ordered the vinyl, and the vinyl never got to me. And I've been trying to get in contact with the people that like from Bandcamp where I got it from, and they never responded. And eventually, Bandcamp got started messaging. I eventually messaged Bandcamp too, and they ended up messaging them, and they said they never heard a response back. So I basically just got a refund, which sucks that I never got it. So I just got the CD off Amazon. Uh, but I was pretty disappointed because I really wanted this on vinyl because this is, I think, their best album yet, and it's one of my favorite releases of the year, definitely in my top five. But they're from Illinois. They're kind of like they're a lot of stuff. So they're kind of like cyber grind and Nintendo core or electronic core or whatever. But they have really kind of depressive kind of sound to it. But their music is really cool and unique, and they have really interesting like synth leads and all this other stuff. Just they kind of managed to make a meme genre that's supposed to be silly into something so emotional and just strangely beautiful, despite how heavy it could be. But uh, now we have an old CD by Ulver. This is Nattens. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's in Danish, even though they're from Norway. But so they're from Norway, but in their first three albums they sang in Danish, and then they started out as a black metal group, and then they started doing purely experimental electronic music later on. So this is probably my second or third favorite. My favorite's Bergtat, but this might be my second or third favorite. I really like Perdition City too, but maybe I like this a bit more than Perdition City. I don't know. Perdition City is really good, But anyways, so this one is probably their heaviest release, I'd say. So it's very, very, very low fidelity. It sounds like just very, very sharp sounds. Just obviously, I think it's meant to sound like it was very poorly recorded, but I feel like that kind of gains a lot of its aesthetics. And to the point, it's so low recorded, it kind of sounds like Black Gaze or something. But it's purely electric. Their first album was electrics and acoustics. Their second album was folk, not a metal album, and it was acoustics. And this one is purely electric, except one little acoustic thing in the first track. But I think that was intentional. But Bergtat's my favorite. This one maybe my second or third, and really like it. Maybe they'll make a black metal album again at some point because that's the style I think they did best. But I like their electronic stuff too. They're one of my favorite groups. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Bye.